Hello, I am Isaac, and today I'm going to show you a script that saved me a lot of time. In my PhD, sometimes I have tissue microarrays like this one, and my job is to detect the cores and then do some segmentations and then validate these segmentations with my supervisors, right? And this image actually is not from my dataset, it's an open source image. This is the repo, it's from breast cancer. I have no idea of breast cancer. This is an invasive ductal carcinoma. So here I just segmented where I think that it's different, right? But the segmentation is not good and it's not the proper scope of the video, right? So as I mentioned, I need to check the segmentation with my supervisors, but sometimes they are so busy and they cannot do it in person using QuPath. So what they asked me to do is to create a PowerPoint presentation with the images, the overlay, and a table with the data, right? And as you can imagine, if you have a TMA like this one of 200 samples or more, and you have the matrixaneosin plus Ki67 plus BCL2 and other markers, do this for each of the cores can take a lot of time and a lot of hours. So I find a way to do it faster, and there's different ways to do it, but I'm going to show you my favorite one, which is by using this R script. And basically what I'm using is the packages Office R, Flex Table, and Magic for the image manipulation. So first, what we need to do in this TMA course, if I select them, I have here the case ID, the tumor percent, and the stroma percent, okay, from the segmentations. So you can export the measurements from QuPath here in Measure, export measurements from the TMA course, okay? But this is in the QuPath documentation. Also, to export the images and the overlay, I have this script over here, which is a slight modification from the scripts that appear here in the QuPath documentation, okay? And you can also check this block from Mike Nelson because it's really good for export the images and the overlays, okay? But well, once you run this script, this creates a folder inside of the QuPath folder called course, and we have the images here. And we have the overlay in this other folder called mask, okay? So finally what we need is an empty PowerPoint presentation. Here is say hello, and just save the presentation. And here say it's the demo TMA. And the presentation must be blank, just with this slide. And this is going to be our template to put here the images and the table. We need to close this, and we are going to R, and I'm going to run the code, and then I'm going to explain what's going on, but you will see that it's actually pretty fast. Okay, so it's starting now. So here we just read the CSV, and here we have the case ID, the tumor percent, and the stroma percent. This block over here just lists the files, so it goes to the folder of the course, images, and lists all of them. This line of code over here is to order them. Why? Because here I have the sample 01, but I also have the 100 plus. So what I was going to do is to start by 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to avoid this and to start to 1, this basically removes all the string part from here and just leaves the number and then sorts it. So that's it. So from here we set where is the PowerPoint located, which is over here. This is the demo TMA, okay? And the functions. The first one is this one, create montage, that basically takes the image directory and reads the image, and then we change the name of the folder to read the mask, and we create the montage of the image plus the mask. And then to represent this into a PowerPoint, we need to convert this image into a ggplot2 plot. So basically it's that which line is doing, and we return the plot. And then we have this function over here in which we provide the list of images, the dataset, and the directory of the PowerPoint. This opens the file of the PowerPoint, And then here we add on a slide, we obtain the title of the image, and we subtract the part of the PNG, so we just have the sample 01, etc. And we set this as the title of the slide. And then in the data set, we filter the case ID, then we select the tumor percent, the stroma percent, and then we round the columns to just 2 decimals. And okay, so as you can see, the script is completed, so I just quickly finish the explanation and we check the result. So yeah, to show the data in a pretty way, we create a flex table, we can adjust the text to the center. We can say, okay, so the column of tumor percent, just put it in red, the column of stroma percent, just put it in green. And we can set the location of this table, and those units over here are inches, and they're not centimeters or whatever. Here we call the previous function of the image just to create the plot, and then we add the images to the PowerPoint slide, and then this just to print this when it's running. Okay, so we go for demo TMA. Here says hello, and as you can see, this automatically put the images and the overlays, and as I said, we have the sample name. And one of the main reasons of why this is my favorite way to do this is because this over here, this is not an image, this is actually a table, and we can just modify something, we can make comments, etc. And furthermore, here it is a little bit more fancy, but since the tumor that, again, sorry, because this is not my expertise, so I'm not sure that if this is tumor or not, but since this is in red, so here the columns is in red, and the stroma is in green, so here is in green. Okay, so this is how I can do this summaries really quick, and it's really easy to adapt. Here I have another example with Hi67, and we can put the images, we can put the overlay, the number of detections, negative, 1 cross, 2 crosses, 3 crosses, and the H-score. And basically we can just send this to the pathologist, to our colleagues, and to obtain feedback. Okay, so just increase this threshold or decrease this other one. So that's it. Just to mention that this image from Hi67 is the one that appears here in the QuPath documentation. And I'm using QuPath because it's the program that I'm using every day, right? But this script to create these summaries can work if you obtain the images with Fiji or Style Profiler or whatever is your favorite program, right? So, well, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I will leave all the code in a GitHub repo, and I hope that you save a lot of time doing these summaries. Thank you for your attention.